Hi guys, so I know I promised actually that the next update would be a video update. That's largely because I want to give people who knew me before this incident happened a lot of peace of mind. This has been a lot to go through, but I want to let you guys know that I'm doing really, really well, and especially if you got the chance to talk to me after everything happened. So just so that you guys can hear and see that I'm almost back to how I used to be. And that is probably the most rewarding thing about this entire process. When I first woke up, I didn't sound like myself. I didn't actually start sounding like myself until 4 to 5 days ago. That's been one of the scariest things, I think, for my family, my friends, and me, because I didn't sound like me. It even when I was talking and I was being like I was in front of people, like it was like being around a completely different person, and it was really hard to process. There's a lot of things that I've been working on. That's why I've been gone. I've been doing 2 to 3 therapy sessions a day. They concentrate on redeveloping my short-term memory, my speech, and some of the physical issues that I faced after I woke up from the coma. And just for a point of reference, when I mean that a lot of my recovery has been super successful, is my short-term memory. Like, when I first woke up, like, you could ask me who I just spoken to an hour ago and I wouldn't be able to tell you, and I'd be really confused as to why you were asking me that, because I wouldn't even recall having done it. There's a lot of things actually from the hospital and the days after I was discharged that I don't remember at all because of my short-term memory loss. But now I can tell you everything that I've done last week with details. I can also tell you what I'm gonna do. I can tell you what I've done throughout the day. So that's pretty awesome, of like progress that I've made in I've made in like 4 weeks. Speech wise, I went from saying maybe a couple of words here and there, and it would take me a long time to say them, to saying short phrases, to being able to say sentences, but I would have to take a lot of breaks, and a lot of my words were really slurred. I wasn't really good at talking at first, and like processing thoughts that I wanted to communicate. I also couldn't really hold conversation at all, because you could tell me something and I wouldn't remember what we were just talking about, and I would completely change the subject. But now it's completely different. I can talk about a lot of things, and I can also hold my attention span throughout a conversation and answer everything, and I can also remember what we've talked about. So, that's really good. And then also my speech wise, like, it's a lot clearer now, and I can talk really fast again, which I'm not as fast, I think, to the point that I used to be, and my vocabulary isn't fully back, but it's getting there, and I've just made a lot of progression, which makes me really proud. And it makes my family really proud too. But yeah, the most rewarding part was that I'm finally am myself again, with a sense of personality and all that, because that was kind of scary, like not knowing if I would ever be me again. Like, my voice and everything, the way I thought and the speed of my thought is in my mind, but I couldn't express it externally, and that wasn't going to happen until that part of my mind healed. Um, and my mind's still healing. Um, Doctors do think that I will be fully recovered in the shortest amount, maybe 3 more weeks, up to maybe 8 more weeks. It just all depends, because the mind takes its own speed to heal, and it takes a lot to heal. So it could take up to 6 months, actually. I've done a lot very fast in comparison to most people who go through something like this. And I really wanted to say thank you to everybody, because there's a lot of you who reached out, who were really concerned. A lot of people who always checked up on me, and also people who checked in on my family to make sure that they were okay. And I know that that meant a lot to them, and that means a lot to me too. And I really want to give a huge shout out to people who also helped me recover in your own way. Like, I know a lot of you guys, I asked people to play games with me. Like, that helped a lot. Like, you would think maybe not, but it did. Like, I would play a ton of Ruzzle games and a ton of I games, and that helped speed up the processing speed of my mind. And it also helped my speech and vocabulary. And it's just like, it's done a lot. So don't think that it wasn't useful, because it was. It would literally like tire me out to the point that I needed to take a nap. And my mind was healing and getting better by doing those activities. So yeah, like, honestly, thank you so much. And I'm gonna be okay. So don't be worried about me. I do appreciate you guys checking in on me, though. Like, I love talking to you guys, obviously, when I can. And yeah.